Hello everybody, welcome back to another Ravens update. Let's get all the fun stuff out of the way, alright? So, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember, the goal is 19,000 subs by the end of the month. And I'm aiming to get 30,000 by the end of the year of 2022. So let's get those up there, and that requires your help. So subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to leave a comment down below in the video with your thoughts and questions. And don't forget to hit the like button. That will really help out the channel in a big way. You have no idea. And we'll talk more about that near the end because there are some pretty important things we need to discuss. But again, that's coming at the end. Let's get into the stuff y'all really want to talk about. So first of all, the new Heroes in History came out, Berserker. That was one that people have been asking for a super long time. I mean, it has been just one of the ones that people, actually, it was funny, people would actually comment to me, even though Berserker wouldn't win, he wouldn't win a poll, people would still complain like, oh man, why isn't Berserker coming? You got something against Berserker, and blah, blah, blah. And I would always say, it's not that I have anything against Berserker, okay? That's not the problem. The problem is that people just don't vote for him. And if they don't vote for him, what am I supposed to do with that? Well, don't worry about it. He's out now, and I hope y'all liked it. I loved doing all the research for him. He was actually a lot of fun to work on. So I hope you guys liked. Y'all seem to have liked it. I think it's my first Heroes in History video with almost no dislikes. So thumbs up, that's pretty awesome. Second order of business, aside from that, also on Heroes in History, we're on the final 5. Until the new hero comes out, we only have 5 more heroes in For Honor to talk about. Zhang Jun, Warlord, Orochi, Raider, and Tiandi. Those are the last 5. After I get those done, I've done every single hero in For Honor until the new hero comes out. Then I'll do them. And once the new hero comes out, of course, I'll do them. So that's 6 technically, but that won't take long. I'll probably finish all 6 before the next hero after this one comes out. So the question is, what am I going to do with Heroes in History until the next hero? Well, that's a good question, and I have a few ideas on that. I'm thinking about possibly going to other games and media and discussing the heroes that they're based on in those. For example, I've been playing a lot of Halo recently. It'd be kind of fun to talk about the Spartans in Halo and talk about what they have in common to actual historical Spartans. That might be a cool thing to talk about. But that's all kind of tit for tat. I won't touch that until I finish with everything in For Honor, so we'll see what happens. But wanted to let y'all know that that is the plan. Speaking of the new hero, let's talk about that new hero. So, I still stand by what I say, that I think that it's a Wu Lin pirate. And as we get closer, I haven't seen any evidence to contradict that, but as of the release of this video, it is the 9th of January, and I believe they said that they were releasing the new hero on the 27th. So, time is drawing closer, and they usually like to reveal the hero's trailer 1 week before release. So if I did my math right, 1 week before the 27th would be the 20th. So here's hoping that on the 20th or earlier, we get a reveal of the new hero. And once that reveal is released, I will do a full live stream or full video talking about that hero. So really excited for that, guys. I hope y'all are excited. I know I am. On to other things besides the new hero, but still on For Honor related stuff. Working on For Honor and Glory. It's taking a little bit longer than I would have liked. There are a few things that I want to kind of fit in that I'm kind of struggling to put into this chapter. I might have to do it over more chapters. It's not that easy. It's a little bit more tricky than you might think, but I'll get there. And also, Legend of Richard Blackthorne is on its way. The Lawbringer legend that y'all want to hear about. That one I'm almost done with. I will be wrapping up the script for that one and reading out and editing it really soon. I hope y'all are excited because between you and me, Richard's kind of awesome. He was a character. I actually designed him a really long time ago. I had this really cool plan for him, and then I kind of went by the wayside because I really wasn't sure how much I liked Lawbringer anymore because he seemed a little weak tier to me. But now that I've actually gotten a little bit better with him, now I'm kind of bringing him back to the forefront, so I'm really pumped. This is going to be great. Now, this Thursday, time to get off of the high stuff for Honor and get down to the kind of lower stuff. Like, we had our high moment, our happy moment, now it's time to get a little serious. Stream on Thursday. This coming Thursday, I do have the night off, but we also have Bible studies on Thursdays, so I will be doing that. But after the Bible study is over, I will do a stream. It won't be a long one, but it will be a stream. Which would y'all rather me do? Would you rather me do a For Honor stream, like I tend to do, or a reaction stream? I can do either one, but know that it will be shorter than normal because I need to balance it in with my Bible study. So let me know in the comments which you'd like to see, a For Honor stream on Thursday or a reaction stream on Thursday. I'll do either one, but I need to know ahead of time. Okay, guys, and now time for some bad news, but possibly good news depending on your way of looking at it. So I've been getting messages, probably 5 or 6 every week, asking me, when are you going to do the Warden contest entry? When are we going to do the contest for the Warden fashion show? Well, I got some bad news. I was cleaning up the Discord page, and one of the channels that accidentally got deleted was the channel for Warden fashion contest entries. So, all of them are gone. Now, don't panic yet. Don't panic yet. I'm sorry that happened. It's probably my fault. I think I did that accidentally, because I was just deleting a lot of channels that weren't being used, and that one hadn't been updated in a while, so I just thought, I guess it slipped my mind. But there's another opportunity. Because it was my mistake, I'm going to reopen a channel for the Warden contest entries. But there's a problem, guys. There's a little bit of an issue that I want to address. I recognize that I'm only human, and one of my biggest problems with doing the Warden contest entries is I got so many entries. Guys, I tell you no lie, I got almost 100 submissions for the Warden contest entry. Almost 100. It was insane, and it was so hard for me to pick. That's why it was taking so long. I was kind of dragging my feet going, how do I judge 100? So, we're going to do things a little differently this time. I'm going to open up the channel for Warden contest entries tomorrow. That's Tuesday, January 11th. I'm going to open up the channel January 11th for entries. But we're going to handle things a little bit differently this time. Lark, my brother, has willingly agreed to be the preliminary judge. Before I can see the Warden contest entry, he is going to see it. So anytime a new one is submitted, he's going to take a look at it, and he's going to decide if it passes his inspection. And then he's going to choose his favorites, his top 15 Warden contest entries. I will then choose from those 15 which ones win, in my opinion. You may send in as many as you want, but we will stop entries at 50. This way we don't have tons and tons and tons and tons of people. So once we get 50 entries, we're going to shut off the channel. My brother's going to pick the top 15, and then I will pick from those. I know that means a lot of people won't be getting stuff in. I know that means that some people won't get theirs seen, because I know that probably more than 100 people want to submit theirs, but that means you got to get into it fast, and you got to get into it quickly, okay? You got to put them in fast. Don't be dragging your feet on it like I did. Don't be like me. Also, if this works out and this is planned and this is done well, we might do more fashion contests in the future in this same manner. We kind of want to see how this goes. So again, I apologize that I deleted the channel. That was my bad. That was my fault. But we're going to try it a little bit differently this time and see if this works, okay? So stop asking me when it will be, because it will be once we reach 50 submissions, and Lark can go through all of them and decide which 15 he likes best. Because if there's one big difference between me and Lark, I'm a sentimental and emotional kind of guy. I'm the kind of guy who goes, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to upset anyone by saying I didn't like theirs. Lark is not that kind of person. He is absolutely cold-hearted, and he will look you in the eye and say, you disgust me, and then tell you to go to the door. So that's one thing I can admire about him. So he will be cold, okay? But in any case, look forward to that, guys. Again, that starts January 11th. That's when the channel will go live. Look forward to it. Thank you. Moving on. On to some more bad news. Not as bad, but still pretty heavy. Response videos. I finally got a message, and I'm not going to share who sent it, and I'm not going to share the message itself, that I'm not going to have y'all harassing this person. But someone sent me a message saying that I am bullying extra credits and that I am a pretentious, I won't use his words, but they're saying that I'm very pretentious and condescending in my videos when I have no reason to be. Whether or not extra credits or whoever I'm responding to is wrong or right is irrelevant. There's a right way and a wrong way to respond to people, and being a reactionary to every little thing is unnecessary. Now, I know what you're afraid I'm about to say. Raven, are you saying you're not going to do any more response videos? Oh, no, I'm still doing them. Like, I could care less if he thinks I'm pretentious or not, or if anyone does. But I want to set a precedent. That's why I'm talking about this. I don't react to extra credits or to anyone because I think I'm better than them, or because I think that I'm superior in some way. Because that's what pretentious is. Pretentiousness means a feeling of superiority, or a feeling that everyone else is inferior. I don't react to extra credits or anyone because I feel I'm superior. I react to them because, more than anything, I care about truth and integrity. When I reacted to that stupid commercial from Nike, I didn't do it because I thought I was superior to Nike. I did it because it was a cringe commercial pushing political agenda and falsehoods and very bad hot takes in a public narrative from a huge company. When I respond to extra credits in their videos, I'm not doing it because I think I'm better than extra credits. I'm doing it because I respected extra credits once upon a time for being a channel that released some very high quality videos about game design, about history, and about several other topics. And now a lot of it feels very politically driven, and I don't want people to get the wrong stars in their eyes. If even one person watches my video and says, that made me think about that topic differently, then I feel like that's a success. Every time I see an extra credits video, especially ones like the Romeo and Juliet one, or the goblins are all evil one, and I see a comment saying, yeah, extra credits, you're so right, I feel a little bit bad because I'm like, but they're not. And I feel like there has to be another voice inserted there, another voice that says, let me be the devil's advocate, or let me be another voice to challenge that. So I don't make response videos with the goal of being superior, pretentious, or condescending. I make them with the purpose of offering another perspective and for wanting integrity in what I do. So for those of you out there who think I'm pretentious, I'm sorry you think I am, but that isn't going to change what I do. I'm still going to make response videos. And if any of you out there have response video material you'd like me to look at, be it an extra credits video, be it an article, be it someone else's video, if you have something you'd like to see me respond to, send it my way via Discord or leave a link to it in a comment below and I'll take a look at it. I love doing response videos. I know y'all love watching me do response videos. So please send me some material and I'll be happy to look at it. Me and my brother have a few response videos that we'd actually like to take a look at. The only concern we have is they're kind of old. They're very old videos, and we've had comments in the past saying, why are you looking at such old content? Well, first and foremost, age of disinformation does not take away the disinformation. So yeah, I mean, that would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous. That's almost like saying that we believed George Washington cut down a cherry tree, and then if someone in the present argued that that never happened, can we then therefore say, oh, come on, that was years ago? No one cares about that anymore. Disinformation has no age. So we'll look at any video, no matter how old it is, but we will give you fair warning in the future. Okay, guys, so before we wrap up today, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. Usually what I do is I end with a story sharing time. And I'll give you one, but after the story sharing time, I want to give you all a little bit of an announcement. And it is something heavy, so please bear with me through the story sharing time. I'll try to make it quick. Okay, so story sharing time. We're going to be talking about Dragon Oaths today. For those of you who don't remember, Dragon Oaths was a story. I released a short video about giving you a brief concept outline, but I rewrote the concept. So here's the new one. I wanted to share with you my new concept. Me and my brother were talking about it, and we thought this might work a bit better. A long time ago, an island existed in the middle of the Mediterranean called Atalantia. Atalantia was special because it had a massive amount of a rare mineral, a rare substance called orichalcum. This substance, when refined down and ingested, granted the person temporary magical power, supernatural abilities. The denizens of Atalantia worshipped this stone, believing it a gift from the gods, and they became the first sorcerers guild. These sorcerers carefully guarded their product from the rest of the world, keeping it hidden away, and wanting to only use it for themselves. There was a time where they thought that they could conquer the rest of the world, and that led to a war with Greece, which led to Sparta and Athens and all these other Greek city-states fighting back and beating them back. And they eventually had to retreat back to their island. And they were so afraid that the Greeks would come seeking revenge that they cast a spell on their own island to hide it from the rest of the world, making everyone think it sank into the sea, which led to Plato writing the whole story about Atlantis going to war with Athens and sinking into the sea. That's where that legend came from. Well, centuries passed, Rome grew in power, and the Atalanteans knew that they weren't really a match for Rome, so they stayed hidden. Then the Middle Ages happened, and along come the Crusaders about to go to the Middle East to start a war with the Muslims. And so the Atalanteans think this might be their chance to try again. And so they launch an attack on some of the ships that are heading to the Crusades. This leads to the knights of the European areas coming up with a plan to stop the Atalanteans, which leads to the creation of an order, a specific knightly order called the Dragon's Order, a special organization of knights who arm themselves specifically with weapons that they claim can fight against magic users. Now, no one's quite sure how they do it. How they do it is revealed later in the story. But what they do is they launch their own crusade against Atalantia, which leads to a huge bloody battle where magic users fight anti-magic warriors. Think from Dragon Age Inquisition, the Templars versus the Mages. Very similar setup here. The battle is long and vicious, and the Atalanteans quickly realize they're gonna lose. So they decide to pull out, and they come up with a huge, desperate plan. They take a large amount of the orichalcum that they have at their disposal and literally move their island. Just yeet their island from the Mediterranean to a place in the middle of the Atlantic, and then reestablish their wards to hide their island. They're basically like, okay, we're no match for what the world is. We're just going to stay hidden, hide ourselves away from the rest of the world. We're not going to try for that takeover bid again. The Dragon's Order thinks that they've won. They're pretty happy. They go back to their castle, and they're like, yeah, we won. We beat back the sorcerers. Now let's go deal with the monsters and demons and other random sorcerers that are still out there. We'll just beat them down, and then we can finally retire or help with the Crusades in a bigger way. But there was an organization among the sorcerers of Atalantia who want revenge on the Dragon Order. So this group, called the Ethereal Hand, sneak away from Atalantia, go to the Dragon Order's home, and basically massacre the knights inside by, one, doing it in a surprise way, and two, having a mole on the inside who helped them get in. They then cast a spell on the entire castle, basically locking it in time and space and hiding it behind a veil so that no one will ever find it. They return to Atalantia, and Atalantia stays hidden in an area that we now know as the Bermuda Triangle. Pretty cool, right? That's why no one's ever found it. Anyone who tries to use their radar or equipment there can't find it because it gets wonky, and anyone who does stumble upon it accidentally, they disappear. That's how the Bermuda Triangle became a thing. So, fast forward years and years and years into the future, we're in the modern day. One young lady, a sorceress who's lived on Atalantia most of her life, begins to realize that the Ethereal Hand is becoming dangerous. They're actually up to something pretty big. You see, when the atomic bombs were dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Atalanteans realized that humanity was becoming so powerful that they might be able to one day not only discover Atalantia, but wipe them out. So they decide it's time to restore the status quo, return humanity back to its feral primal roots, return everything to an age of superstition where magic can rule. Their plan is to use an EMP weapon of mass destruction, basically release a wave of EMP magic that takes out technology, electronics, satellites, everything that we use in the modern day to keep ourselves stable, wipe it out, destroy it, and then they will use their magic to assume control. Well, this young lady, whose name I haven't quite decided yet, so that's why I'm still calling her young lady, she kind of likes the way the modern world is. You see, the Atalanteans kind of send out spies to all the different corners of the world to kind of keep tabs on what humans are doing now, what kind of things are going on in the world, and she's grown to really like this world. So she wants to stop the Atalanteans, but she doesn't know how to stop them. But she knows that there was an organization that did. She sneaks off to where the place once was, where the Dragon's Order used to be, uses her own magic to pierce through the veil to find any information or stuff they may have inside, but unknown to her, by piercing the veil, she broke the spell, and now one of the knights who has been frozen in time all this time is awake again. His name is Thomas de Leon. He is a knight of the Dragon Order, a man out of time, a man out of place, but still knows his duty, and so when she reveals to him what the Ethereal Hand and the Atalanteans are up to, he knows what his duty is. But before he can take them on, he has to become used to this new world that has all but forgotten the rules of honor and chivalry and codes of conduct that he once stood for. Can this knight find the one who betrayed them, destroy the Atalanteans and sorcerers that destroyed his people, and learn to cope in this new society? Let me know what you think of that rewrite in the comments below. Tell me what you think of it. I would really, really, really like your input. And now that we've done that, the heavy stuff. I've said it before in a previous update, and I'll say it again here. Money is tight right now. Now, I'm not begging. I'm really not begging. That's not what I want to do. But I am letting y'all know that when I checked the analytics of YouTube the other day, YouTube, I can usually pull in around $500 a month from YouTube, which isn't a whole lot, but it pays rent. So I can actually put forth money that I make at my regular job to other things to benefit me. So that's awesome. But when I looked at the amount that I'm making this month from YouTube so far, it's looking really low. A lot of the analytics on my YouTube channel have gone into the red. And part of that's because of the holidays. Everyone's busy. Everyone's doing holiday things, hanging out with family, doing important stuff. And I understand that. That's important. I'm not taking that from anyone. But that does make me concerned, saying, okay, can this channel endure? Can this channel keep making enough money that I can use it to pay rent and still have some income that I can spend on important matters like food, drink, medical stuff, bills, stuff like that? Because mostly what the YouTube stuff does is it pays my rent, but I've still got bills and stuff to pay. So that was my big concern for a while, and it is still my concern today. Which is why I want to thank all of you who have either donated to me during streams. You know who you are. Y'all have been very, very generous to me, and I really appreciate it. That is such a big help. You don't even know. I want to thank all of you who subscribe to the channel and help make this possible. Just less than a year ago, I was just making 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm looking at 19,000. I can't believe that growth. We've slowed down tremendously. Like, in the last 28 days, I've gotten, I think, 300 new subscribers, and it used to be I could make 1,000 in 28 days, but that's not the point. The point is y'all have made it such fun working on this channel. I also want to take a moment to thank my 2 patrons. Yes, I only have 2 patrons. Logan Holt, or Wolfguard Legion, and Narcer Kelborn Christopher 97. I want to thank all of you for donating and being patrons of mine. That means a whole lot to me. Y'all's donations really help keep this channel alive, and if you'd like to become a patron too and get your name shouted out at the end of an update video, go to my Patreon. The link is on my channel in the About section. Thank you guys again so much for what you do. Thank you for being patrons, being patient with me, being understanding. I know that this was kind of a disappointing update video because I give y'all some bad news, but hey, you know, sometimes bad news is what's necessary. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and comment down below with your thoughts. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care.